All right, guys. Today, one of the guys at work mentioned he wanted to have pho Vietnamese soup. I know I said I don't get any cravings, but after he said that, I got a craving. So today, I am going to make a ketovore pho soup, and it looks a little something like this. So this is the broth. It's made from deer bones. Typically, traditional pho soup is made from beef, but I had deer bones, so I made a deer broth. Here I use some green onions because I don't have mint, but really it's just for color to make everything look nice. After all, this is a carnivore dish, or ketovore if you will. So that's, nice. Okay, so with some thinly sliced beef to go into the soup. Now in here, I'm just showing you guys the broth. It's basically a shoulder bone, a shank with some meat on it, and then a leg bone. Okay, that made probably about 3 liters of broth. So, it's enough. It's been boiling for 24 hours actually, so that was nice. So the noodles you see here are shirataki noodles. They're like fettuccine style noodles. They have 0 net carbs. They soak in the broth a little bit to cook and pick up some aromatics, because those shiratakis can have a little bit of odor if you don't cook them. They did get washed also prior to being used, so that's good. I know that broth looks like it could use some filtering, but seeing as we're just using it right now, right away, it doesn't really matter because everything is separated by the strainer. There will be little bits of meat and star anise and cloves and things like that, but that's okay. I don't mind them. Some people do, and you can filter that out. We'll end up filtering the leftover broth before putting it in jars and using it another day. So now the thinly sliced beef, just like at a pho restaurant where you have the beef. Sometimes you can get it like raw, uncooked, dropped in your bowl, and then cooks in the broth while they carry the bowl out to you. But for me, I'm just gonna sort of put it into a medium rare state prior to dumping it in the bowl, and then after I put the broth in, I'll let it cook the rest of the way. By the time you garnish it, clean up around a little bit and take it out to the table. The meat is nice and cooked and tastes great. So about the broth, guys, just so you know, I made my own broth, but there's a lot of really good ready-made bone broths out there that already have a lot of aromatics in them, because I know not everybody has the time to boil down bones for 12 to 24 hours. Of course, if you do, it's always better. You know what you're getting. And if you guys are wondering about the carb content on this, basically it's got 0 net carbs, other than the garnish of the onions. Like I said, the broth will cook it the rest of the way once it's in the bowl. So the remainder will get filtered. And now we're just going to dump some broth in there and sprinkle it with some pretty green bits. And, that's our soup ready to go. So this is ketovore pho soup. Tell me what you think, guys. If you follow it, like and subscribe.